a quick update. I lost my cat, Fred, my orange tabby. It's coming up on 3 weeks. He escaped out of our house in the St. Matthews, Linden area.
We're convinced he's having a homeward bound adventure.
Yeah, exactly. He was spotted at the Kia store there, right at the corner of Shelbyville and New LaGrange, which honestly was like a relief because we had
That's not far.
We had no real good solid leads. There were a lot of people that said, "Hey, we think we see him," et cetera, but it turned out not to be it. But this, we're 99.7% sure is Fred, just with the way he looks and the way he sits and all that stuff. And so he was just chilling out there. And so we're like, all right, well, this is great. Maybe we actually have an area, a zone where he has been hanging out. And so have you ever solved a problem only to make it worse? And I say that because our cat Fred would get out, right? And so every time he would escape, because he's an indoor cat, and he obviously looks like an indoor cat. He's close to pushing 20 pounds. He's a fat orange tabby. His paws aren't calloused. They're as smooth as a baby's butt.
He's kind of pampered.
They haven't seen 1 ounce of work in his entire life.
Like, life on the street has got to be a shock to his system.
Yeah, so when he would escape and get out, there was like a rain ditch that was right there close to our house that he would always go in the tube, and it would take us hours to get him out. I mean, we would take the grate, the little, the sewer grate off of the rain ditch, and we'd pour it to one side, and I'd stick my head in there, and I'd shine a flashlight, and I'd see
after so many times getting in the sewer, you're like, we're not doing this again.
Yeah, and I'd see his fat little beady eyes staring back at me, and so we'd sit there for hours trying to coax him out or whatever. So I got the brilliant idea. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to fix this problem. I am going to put chicken wire to block him from getting in the sewer when he escapes. Ha-ha!
Yep.
Problem solved.
Now he's just found somewhere else to go, and you don't know where that is.
Yeah, exactly. So I've actually, I have a lot of guilt because I'm thinking, okay, well, now I've made the problem worse because I put the chicken wire there blocking his way. And
just let him keep going in the sewer.
And so when he got out and we realized he was out, and when we went and searched the sewer, we found his collar there at the chicken wire.
So I tried to go here, but you didn't allow it, Dad, so now I have to go somewhere else.
That's exactly right. So then he went into the rain ditch. He saw his little comfort, and his spot was blocked off, and so he decides to run, and now he could be shopping for, it's Kia days there, and he's trying to get a license and trying to buy a Kia, and there with his friends of the duck and the golden retriever and another dog. And
here's the thing: how does the cat not at some point go, you know what? They do give me food and treats in that building, and then go back to your house? Like, how does that not click in the, because I thought cats were supposed to be pretty smart.
So, right? Kelly, my cat, I have 4 cats. 3 of the 4 cats, of which 2 of them are kind of outdoor cats, know this.
Okay.
They understand.
They know I'm not going to go too far because I like the food.
Yeah, even when Maeve, our other indoor cat, 100% indoor cat, gets out, she realized, you know what? This ain't for me. And then decides, I'm going to go back in.
Anybody give me food out here. I want to go back to where they give me food.
But it's Fred, our fat orange tabby, who doesn't understand that all he has to do is turn around and go back to where he came from.
Yeah.
Cats are supposed to be smart like that. So
they are supposed to follow their stomachs. Go where you know you get food. Even stray cats. If you feed stray cats, I've heard they keep showing up.
I know. So I want to know, have you ever tried to solve a problem only to then realize you've made the problem worse? Because that's what I did.
Yeah.
All right. 502-795-1997 is our number.
Don't beat yourself up too bad, because I wouldn't want to keep repeatedly having to crawl into a sewer to retrieve a cat. So I probably would have done the same thing.
I mean,
or just be like, you know what? Let's rehome the cat. I'm not.
All right. Would love to hear your story about how you have ever solved a problem only to make it worse. All right. So I tried to prevent my cat from escaping into the sewer every time he would escape. And so I put chicken wire on the little entrance to the rain ditch. And now my cat's been missing for 3 weeks.
You had to go find a new hiding place since
That's
Dad,
right.
blocked that
it
one off.
Right,
yeah.
Exactly. So how have you ever tried to solve a problem only to make it worse? Got a message. The kitchen sink was dripping, so my mom attempted to fix it. Couldn't turn the water on for the house for the rest of the day, as it would spray out the sides of the faucet. Had to go buy a new faucet. Yeah, well, that trying to fix the plumbing, isn't that the stereotypical thing where, hey, after your husband has tried to fix the plumbing, call us?
Yep. Absolutely. They're professionals for a reason.
Right.
Sometimes you just can't YouTube it and figure it out.
Right. Which has bailed me out of many a situation before. But,
sure. Not saying it can't happen, but by and large, maybe we call the professionals on the big jobs.
Anyways, thanks for the story there on 99.7 DJX. And by the way, yes, thank you to everybody who reached out asking if we've posted notes or if we have left food out for the cat. I mean, we've obviously tried a lot of that stuff to no avail just yet. So, but again, hanging out there at the Kia store on Shelbyville and New LaGrange. So assuming that at some point he'll decide, you know what? I like food that's opened up and given to me as opposed to trying to murder little woodland creatures myself.
Do we set up a little bowl of food at the Kia store?
Well, I did. I did set up.
You did,
and I did see, and one of my neighbors let me borrow a field a camera.
Yeah,
and so I did catch a family of about 8 or 9 raccoons.
Oh, great!
Yeah.
And they're like, "This is great.
Look
at the buffet.
Wow.
Bring the fam, honey. Go get the kids."
Right.
Oh, dang it!
All right. Well, hey, thanks for the stories.